In this video, I'm going to talk about how I plan to start all over again and make $100,000 in 2024. At the end of this year, I was actually thinking about getting my own place, and that will cost roughly about $100,000. So since most of my money is invested, I will have to earn all of this money all over again. Oh my god. But the good news is, I've done it before and I can do it again. So after tons of research and all my past money making experiences, I'm going to share with you guys the entire plan for executing this challenge. Hopefully by the end of this video, you guys will be able to use some of these lessons in order to earn $100,000 for yourself as well. So this is how the whole master plan is going to look like. I'm going to try to hit $100,000 for the entire year. So if you divide them by 12 months, that will mean about $8,300 roughly for every month in that sense. The way I plan to hit this milestone is using my job, primarily through my job, and using all the various other investments through dividends and all those kind of things and side hustles in order to hit this milestone. My financial goal to keep my eyes on the prize would be to own a house at the end of 2024 with this $100,000. In order to make this challenge sustainable, I want this challenge to be fun and really enjoy myself and really make this goal achievable. So I'll share the updates with you guys on this channel over here. So the very first income stream would be using my job. I am a physiotherapist working in Singapore at a private clinic. So basically my salary differs from month to month. It's very difficult to put an exact amount of how much I'm going to be earning for the month itself. But basically overall, I think I earn around $7,000 to $10,000 a month in that sense, depending on the number of patients that I see in the entire month. So what I plan to do is I'm going to plan to work as much as I can and maximize. I'm going to see as many patients as I can, as many patients as possible in order to hit around this $8,000 average a month so that we can hit our goals quite nicely. This is essentially the most important part, I think. One thing maybe worthy to share would be that my income increased quite nicely early last year because I got a promotion, and the way I got this promotion was that I was able to hit a good amount of stats. I was putting in a lot of effort as well. I was able to hit certain criteria that I was outlined with my boss as well in order to get my promotion in that sense, which is a very good bonus tip for you guys, which is if you want to increase your salary or your income, maybe you can have a chat with your boss, sit him or her down and have a chat about the different requirements and some of the goals that you guys want to set, so that nothing is really just, you're not just putting in the effort and then people don't really see whether you're doing things or not, but people are able to, or rather your boss and you are on the same frequency in the sense of, okay, these are the steps that we're going to take, this is what we're going to do in order to push for the promotion in that sense. And if you hit these steps, it's going to be easier for you to hit that promotion. So everything is out in the open, nothing is in the shadows. It's easier to hit that promotion and increase the income if you are open and transparent with your boss. Of course, I know not everybody has this chance, but if you can really sit down with your boss, highlight these same things, and then make sure that you can get that promotion and make sure you can work your way towards it. This is something I think would be very good in order for you to increase your income in that sense. So assuming all goes well, $8,000 times 12 will be around $96,000. So since we are close to that goal, this is where we can end the video. I'm joking. Most of the time, I think it's very likely that whatever you plan will fall short of this goal, so we have to make sure that we can buffer as much as we can and earn as much money and put as much income streams in so that we can hit that $100,000 at the end of the year. So the job is the most important in that sense because it builds this very strong fundamental building block that you can really build all your investments and income on top of it, but your job is the most important in that sense, at least for me in that sense. The second thing I'm going to invest in will be dividend stocks. So dividend stocks in general, right now I have a dividend portfolio that consists of around $40,000. It consists of two stocks. So Capital Landmore stock is one and Ascendas REITs is another one as well. So these two stocks, I've chosen them because they are what we call REITs in Singapore, which is the real estate investment trusts. Basically how it works is that I invest my money with them, and basically they use that money and pull in a lot of other people's money as well, and then they buy real estate, and with that they will rent that real estate out, and whatever rental income they get every month, they are going to give me a portion of it as well. So I'm basically renting out property without actually owning the property in that sense. I don't want to go through all that effort. I basically just put in money and they give me money in that sense as well, which is pretty nice. So the dividend yield, or rather the returns in that sense, is around 4 to 5% every single year, which means right now, as of right now, let's say around 40,000, 4 to 5% of it will be anywhere between $1.5K to $2,000 every single year. So it is not crazy money or anything by any sense, but it is a very good start where I want to start to build this portfolio such that in about 20 years time, it can hit around $500,000, which can give me around $2,000 to $3,000 every single month as passive income. So the best thing about this is really very good passive income, because it's the closest to what we would call passive income, because I do a lot of research upfront to make sure that I'm investing in the right companies. After that, I just have to dollar cost average and just put in money every single month, and that's it. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to watch the stock or anything like that. I just have to make sure I'm buying it every single month. Of course, you can still monitor the news to make sure that they're still doing okay, you know, there's not too many big scandals or any big things happening where they're going bankrupt or anything like that. As long as everything is rather quite stable, you can just continue putting in money to make sure that your stock portfolio grows, and at the same time you're getting as much dividends as possible in the whole run in that sense. So of course, that pure passive income, which is what I really like. So adding this $2,000 in, we will be at $98,000 so far, which brings me to the third point, which is option selling. This is what I do in terms of selling options every single month. So every single month I have a portfolio of around $20,000 to $30,000 of US dollars that I use in order to sell options. So basically what I do is I sell Alibaba stock options, and it helps me to earn a passive income of around $300 to $500 every single month. It's really not a lot of effort compared to all the other things that I usually do, but this is the caveat: the risk is high. If you don't know how to do this, I really recommend that you don't do this at all. If you wish to get started, go online on YouTube and search for how to earn monthly income by selling options, and see if you can really understand some of these things. Basically, the summary is that I put up a sum of money to guarantee that I will buy the stock if it falls to a certain price, and for that risk that I'm taking, I will collect premiums for it, just like how you buy insurance in that sense. You don't fall sick or any other things, but you still have to pay monthly premiums to the insurance company, and if you fall sick, then you get to cash out some of that money in order to pay for your medical bills in that sense. So it's the same kind of concept, but what's needed is a relatively high amount of money, which means, like what I mentioned just now, 20 to 30k in order to get something rolling in that sense. So it is also high risk, it's also difficult to understand. Definitely don't touch it unless you are really interested or you're willing to put in the time and effort in order to learn these things. I usually do it on Alibaba. You can do it on any other stock that you want, but basically you also have to make sure that you are taking the right amount of risk, and every single month they are also giving you good enough returns in order for you to continue doing that. So that's very important. This is one of the most risky one. I don't want you guys jumping into it in that sense. Assuming an average of about $400 in that sense, I will have around 4.8k at the end of the year. With this, the total amount that we'll have, it would be about $102,800 for the entire portfolio in that sense. Which brings me to the fourth point, which is side hustles. Side hustles are also something that can be very good for you guys in order to earn monthly income, in order to supplement your main job income in that sense. So I've been selling customized G-Shock watches since 6 months ago online, and I first saw it on this person's YouTube channel called Stevie Sells, where he was talking about selling these watches, and I was thinking, wow, these watches look really cool. I want to get into the game as well. I want to make sure that I'm also enjoying myself while also selling something online and getting this side hustle started. It's basically very simple. You're buying original G-Shock watches, you're buying customized bands for them, and then you sell them online on Carousel and Facebook Marketplace. Those are the places that I'm selling right now. This has been quite fun, and it's been earning me around $200 to $300 every single month, and they're relatively easy to execute, but a little bit tedious at the start in order to get everything started, just like every other thing. So if you're really interested, really find something that I think that you can really enjoy, but you need to learn about how to customize the watches, how to tell whether the watches are real or fake. You also have to learn how to find great deals, and the profit margin really comes from buying cheap watches on Lazada on the 10/10 sale, 11/11 sale. Those big sales are also when the watches have the biggest discount, and I will buy those watches and then customize them and then sell them for a profit on the online kind of platforms in that sense. I highly recommend you guys to really start a side hustle in order to earn more money, especially it's around those passions of yours where you're really interested in. I think those are really very interesting in order to get you started, because you already have your main job where you're already putting all your time and effort, and this is going to be something on the side where you're starting. You want to start something that's interesting and fun, right? Why would you want to spend more time and effort on something that you don't enjoy at all just because it brings in a couple $100 every single month? I personally don't think that it's worth it, but it's up to you. This is an option for you to in order to earn more money in that sense. You can also start something else like, video editing or skill-based kind of business, or basically just selling things online. That can be a really good kind of side hustle as well. But since this earns me around $300 per month, we're going to add it up to about 3.6k every single year. So the grand total will be $106,400 for the entire portfolio at the end of 2024. And the last point would be YouTube. So this is honestly the bonus category. As of today, I have 402 subscribers as I'm making this video right now. And thanks to you guys for watching, I also have about 1,061 hours of watch much time on YouTube. I'm still quite away from the channel being monetized, I'll be very honest, and of course I would like the channel to be monetized. That's going to be awesome because then I'll be able to earn money through YouTube as well. I'm always completely transparent. I'm doing this from day one in order to pursue my passions, at the same time earn some money on YouTube. I'm not hiding that in any sense or another. But it is another side hustle that I started around 6 months ago, and I've invested a good amount of time, effort, tears, blood, sweat, whatever you want to call it, and money into it. So I'm really putting in a lot of effort for my YouTube videos. I have probably produced one YouTube video every single week for 2 to 3 months non-stop in that sense, and I'm not about to stop anytime soon. So I was actually aiming to get it monetized by the end of this year, but who knows, maybe it might end up as the dark horse and I get monetized early on in this year itself, and it might actually bring in some additional income for me, which is pretty nice. But nevertheless, I'm expecting to make exactly $0 for the entire year of 2024, and I'm proud to say that in that sense, because I don't want to have unrealistic expectations, but this is also the amount of effort and expectations you must have in order to enter something like YouTube, where it's very competitive and it's very hard to get people's attention in that sense. I would of course like to thank all of you guys who have been supporting me on the channel, and all of the ones who are going to be new to this channel as well. I did have a lot of fun, seeing you guys comment on my videos and replying to your comments. It's quite an exciting feeling. It's quite a nice feeling knowing that some people out there actually have interest in what I'm talking about and what I'm showing on my YouTube channel, which is quite fun, So with all this, we are at $106.4 thousand, which is the surpassed goal of $100,000. But of course, this is just a rough estimate. I will update you guys on how things are going with this challenge, and hopefully you guys hit your goals for this as well. If you enjoyed this video, then you'll probably enjoy this video right here on the 5 best purchases in your 20s. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye!